Good afternoon. It is a Good Friday. Not only is it Easter Good Friday, it's a Good Friday to be a West Ham fan because I can confirm that West Ham United are in a Europa League Semi Final. And to help me digest all of the action, the stories from last night, I've got Budgie from Green Street Elites. How you doing, mate?
I'm very well, thanks, Andy. Thanks for inviting me on, mate.
No, it's a pleasure, mate. We've just briefly talking off air, but for the viewers, Budgie, is it sunk in yet?
Absolutely not. Can it sink in? I mean, before it really does sink into the system, we're going to be playing semi-final first leg. That's the kind of gravity of what we've just achieved, Andy. You know,
Yeah.
we've got probably one of the smallest squads in Europe. You know, um, we were being laughed at a couple of years ago, Andy. Look at us now, mate. Semi-finalist.
It's mad, and seeing the interviews from the players, the footage, what we've got from the stadium. Obviously, the West Ham fans were kept in the stadium for 2 hours. Well, the official West Ham fans were kept in the away end for 2 hours after the game. But it was a nice touch from the players, but what they've done. But we'll talk about that at the end. First of all, mate, we'll talk
Yeah,
about the starting 11. Obviously, I'll just repeat it for everyone who I think everyone knows it off by heart. But we had Areola in goal, Soufal right back. Dawson and Diop centre backs with Ben Johnson right back. No, left back, sorry. Then
left
we
back.
had Souček and Rice with Lanzini playing in front of them with Pablo Fornals, the Cockney Iniesta, as I like to call him, Jarrod Bowen on the right and Mikel Antonio up front. Was you pleased with that starting 11, Budgie?
Surprisingly, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, look, for a few days now, we've all been on other channels, watched other channels, whatever, and a lot of people are sort of saying we need to take this competition seriously,
yeah,
and he did. Last night with his team selection, he took it seriously, and when he brought Noble on, what a touch! What an absolutely brilliant gesture. I mean, and he didn't just come on to make up the numbers. He played his part as well. So, a great game, and yeah, a really, really good starting 11.
yeah,
Afternoon, happy.
yeah. I know. It's mad to think when you think about that. We'll talk about getting to the game. We had a squeaky bum time in the first few minutes with Lyon hitting the post and
Oh,
the
yeah,
crowd. Fair play to the Lyon crowd. It did seem like obviously we wasn't there, but obviously sometimes the cameras take it off. But it really did look like a hostile atmosphere there, and fair play to them, mate. And obviously they nearly got off to the perfect start.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of did the same thing to them
Mm.
in the first leg. Coming to a stadium like the Olympic Stadium, London Stadium, whatever you want to call it. Coming to a place like that, a new, relatively new construction, and like with that many home fans in the place, it's got to
Mm.
be completely and utterly daunting, especially for the players on the pitch. Um, and similarly last night, it would have been the same for West Ham. They would have gone. I don't even know what the capacity was there
I
last
think it was
night.
50,000. I think.
Yeah, I mean a massive number still, Andy.
Yeah.
That's 50,000 people out there. What there must have been officially about 4,000, 5,000
Yeah.
West Ham fans in there. You
Yeah.
know, it's just it's got to be daunting for the boys
Yeah. No.
on the pitch.
Yeah. No, definitely. Like you said, they had that bit of scare, but you expect any side, not just anyone in Europe.
Mm.
Even probably on Sunday when we play Burnley, you're going to expect Burnley to have a bit of the ball, and like you said, we come unscathed on it. The only
Yeah,
disappointing from me from the first half, but for the rest of the game, he had an outstanding game. Was the silly tackle from Diop? I thought that could have cost us eventually, but he got away with it.
yeah,
But apart from that, he got away, especially in that first half, 4 or 5 crucial headers, and I've got to give huge credit for Issa Diop. I praised him. I said he'll come good going back to his home country as well. What did you make of his
yeah.
performance?
I thought Issa Diop was outstanding last night. Um, like okay, we know that Kurt Zuma puts in 120% every game. And it just seemed that, you know, Issa Diop had stepped up because of, you know, the enforced, you know, necessity of it.
Yeah,
And he stepped up to the plate and, you know, he took his swing and fair play to him, you know. I think, you know, I think he done well last night. You know, as you said, one small mistake, but then, you know, everyone has one in them. So,
yeah.
you know, thankfully it didn't cost us, as you said. But I thought he had a great game last night.
Yeah, no. Another one who was next to him. We'll get onto the goal scorer, but I thought Ben Johnson was absolutely outstanding yesterday. Obviously, he was involved with a lot of play, going forward.
Yeah,
Obviously, not naturally left-footed. Um, d-
no,
d-
no.
do you think that will be another confident? I know he's been playing well recently. Obviously, the atmosphere is a West Ham fan. Do you reckon he's probably feeling like Noble, etc. He's playing for his boyhood club, and he stepped up to the plate as well, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah. You know, I think, yeah, we know the strength of Mark Noble. We've learned a lot about him in his 18 years in Claret Blue shirt.
Mm.
Um, you know, Ben Johnson seems to be the sort of lad that wants to give his all for his club. And as you said, it's his boyhood club. He's, you know, he's supported us from a child. And, you know, now he pulls on that shirt with regularity. And you know, and he's putting in decent performances when he does play. So, you know, the likelihood of him wanting to stay, I hope, are good. He's good. You know, I think I don't think money is going to tempt him too far away. If I'm
Yeah,
honest with you, you know, I don't think the money is the issue for him.
absolutely. Should we talk about a goal, Budgie? Should we get into it?
Please, let's.
Right, right.
Let,
For people who don't realise, Pablo Fornals with a fantastic ball in, and then it hit Virgil van Dawson on the head. If you look at it at that angle, you're thinking, how does he score? The big boost for West Ham was obviously Lopez, their first choice goalkeeper, being out injured, and it sort of paid it. But what a delivery! We tried it once, nearly worked off, and then the second time it paid off, Budgie, didn't it, mate?
it certainly did, and what a roar it got in the pub. I mean, as
Yeah,
I said, there were only probably 4 or 5 West Ham fans in the pub.
yeah,
Uh, there was a good selection of Liverpool fans in there and a few Chelsea fans and stuff as well. And when that goal went in, the whole pub was roaring. It was brilliant.
really.
Yeah, oh God, yeah. And as I said, I met a couple of young lads in there last night I'd never met before. Um, you know, they uh, because I was West Ham, obviously, you know, wearing colours and stuff, and you know, they were like chatting to me, and I was quite vocal and that. And then when the goal went in, and I jumped up, the big lad, he must have been 6'5", reminds me a little bit of Anton, actually. Big old fella, and he grabbed hold of me and picked me up, and I was like, "What the hell?" And he was going, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," you know, just it was just such a good atmosphere. It kind of felt, you know, right for me being in there last night. You know, I'm kind of glad I was in there last night. Now I wasn't
No,
gonna. I was gonna go to my brother's and watch it.
but we'll talk about. I think we should talk about. I could talk about him all day. Obviously,
Yeah.
Virgil van Dawson. Two
Mm.
the games before, obviously Lyon last week had a head injury. Um, Brentford had a head injury, and obviously he got the goal and another smash in the face as well. Would if
Yeah.
you uh, just what can we say about the man, Budgie? £2 million and ultimate professional, and they said it on BT. I don't know if you heard. 12 years
Yeah.
ago, yesterday, he was playing for
Yeah.
Rochester, and they lost 1-0.
Yeah. Yeah. What can you say about Craig Dawson? I mean, look, people were giggling when we said that we were going to be signing him and stuff. You know, I mean, Watford fans were like thanking us for taking him off their hands.
Yeah,
Who's laughing now? Mr. Dawson, that's who's laughing right now. He was brilliant. He
Yeah.
was absolutely brilliant. Last night, very, very close for me. Very, very close to a man of the match performance. But I am saving that for somebody that actually really deserved it last night, in my opinion.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then you can't just say that you expect a reaction from them, but we didn't really give them time to get a reaction back before half time. We sort of scored at the perfect moment, and everyone was,
Yeah,
like you said, was working their socks off. Mikel Antonio, I slate him but he was bullying their defence yesterday. They didn't know how to deal
yeah,
with him, and then
yeah,
a few minutes later, a
yeah,
minute before half time, we managed to get the ball back with our high press.
yeah.
Ben Johnson giving it to Lanzini. Lanzini back to
Hmm.
Johnson. Great ball in with his left foot, and then the
Lovely.
ball fell lovely to Declan Rice, and he went down this and done this celebration. How did you feel when that one went
Yeah.
in, mate?
Oh God, I was almost wetting my pants, mate. I swear. It was just, I couldn't believe, right? I could not believe that we were 2-0 up after that, as you mentioned earlier, that scare when the ball hit the post. After that, I thought we were going to get peppered. As it turns out, before half time, we're 2-0 up. And I'm in absolute hog heaven, mate. I swear. At that point, the lads that I've met, oh, mate, they're doing Jaegers now. It's like for every goal, that it's their thing that you got to do 2 Jaegers. So, I had 2 Jaegers for every goal we scored last night, and probably plenty more as well. Yeah, so, but it was just, what a great feeling. And it's special for Deck as well, wearing that armband.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very special. Very, very special for him to get that goal, on a night like that puts us into a semi final. Fantastic.
What we sort of talk about it, and this is what I love. I'm going to give. You're probably going to laugh at this, but I watched the sports bar after
Yeah,
BT coverage, and obviously you had Jason Cundy and Jamie O'Hara. I think
yeah,
Jamie
yeah,
O'Hara, I don't really like the guy, but fair play to him. He's a Tottenham fan, and he said it, and he was pleased. He was praising West Ham. They were mentioning Declan Rice, Jason Cundy was as well, and the Romford
yeah,
Pele, Ray Parlour this morning saying he can't see Declan Rice leaving this club anytime soon, and I sort of feel that. And
yeah.
it's not fake, is it, Budge? Him kissing the badge and meaning it
He
and
nearly
pointing to it,
swallowed it,
he
mate.
loves
The
it,
way
doesn't
he
he?
kissed it. Yeah, the way he was kissing that badge last night. He nearly swallowed the bloody thing. If it hadn't have been attached to his shirt, it would have gone. The passion in that boy, it's incredible. And yeah, he didn't have to drive that team last night at all, but he still
Yeah,
does. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
He's still that same V8 engine bubbling away, and that's what he is. He's a proper player. Yeah, and as you said, all of the pundits are tipping him, as possibly one of the best upcoming midfielders in the world. That's the
yeah,
phrase they like to use. I think he's already there. I think he's already world class.
yeah.
Big words, I know, but that's my belief.
Yeah, I agree. Let's have a look at some comments here.
Uh-huh.
Unbelievable Dawson, 1 in a million signing. I agree. Didn't
Yeah.
Lanzini look gorgeous? Okay. Yeah, happy. We'll agree with you on that one.
I got to be
Uh,
honest. I thought Lanzini was quality last night as well.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I think all of them, mate. I think a lot of people
Hmm.
was doing a rating show, and I don't think anyone got below an 8. I think on everyone's rating
Yeah,
yesterday, which is
yeah,
mad to think.
yeah, yeah. Well, what did I do last? I didn't go on anybody's things last night. I didn't watch any either. I don't think, but I've watched a few this morning. Actually, Gonzo
Yeah,
was talking about Rice earlier
was he?
on his morning show. Yeah, he was he was talking about the whole game and that, but while he was talking about Rice, it the way Gonzo was talking, it kind of brought a lump to me throat because you could hear the passion in Gonzo's voice. It was pretty incredible. It was the one that he released, I don't know, about 11 o'clock or so this morning.
Right. Okay. I haven't.
Yeah, have a look at it.
Yeah, I haven't really watched. I'm just struggling to keep up with everything as well. To be honest, it's been a whirlwind of.
Yeah. I mean, I've tried to digest as much feedback from last night's game as I can today. I mean, I have not moved from my house today. I've been lounging on my sofa with my TV on, going through all the YouTube coverage. I've watched all the highlight reels. You know, even some of the comedic ones where, you know, it's sort of, it's some guy, I can't remember who it is now, but he's put a picture of Dawson up with, you know, Dembele hanging out of his pocket.
Yeah,
and
no,
go and get back in there or something like that.
But look, Budge, look, this is what I'll show you. I'll talk about it. Look, so this was my bet, what I had. So I had two bets and none of them come in. So I had West Ham United to qualify, Jarrod Bowen and Craig Dawson to score any time, and over 8 corners. That was my first bet, £92.
Right.
Return. And then I done another bet, which was West Ham to qualify, Jarrod Bowen to score any time, Declan Rice to score any time, Craig Dawson to score any time, and over 9 corners. In total, there was 7 corners during the game, not 8 or 9. And if you look there, I would have been £500 richer.
No, see, you know, I haven't even looked at my bets because I know I ain't won anything, so I ain't bothered looking.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let's have a look at some comments. Yeah, so happy had a bet on Rice to score, but unfortunately put the Bronwyn in scoreline. Yeah, no, that was very unlucky. Hammerhead, hope you're doing well, mate. I know you follow everyone around, and you're a proper.
He does. He's a good lad.
Yeah, I said that to my dad when Lyon hit the post. Let's hope that's close as they get, and how great last night was. I recorded the whole game. Yeah, I normally watch the whole game back, Budge. I haven't watched it back yet.
No,
because we were sort of talking. I had a couple of family friends, so I was watching it down the bar, and it's like you don't really take it in when you watch a game, like especially if that you don't. But I like to watch it back. Realistically, I would have loved to watch the game back and then come and done this show, because you do sort of miss certain bits. But I was too buzzing to come on and do it.
And, you know, I mean, the thing is that the manner in which we dispatched Lyon last night, it kind of makes you feel like, do I really need to watch it again? Do you know what I mean? Because even though, like yourself, I mean, I was in the pub with a few other people and stuff, and, you know, I missed quite a few of the movements within the game. Fortunately, I didn't miss any of the goals. But, you know, there were certain, you know, parts of the play that I've missed because I was perhaps looking at the guy next to me at the table, chatting to him or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm quite satisfied. I mean, I have watched, as I said, the highlight reels and stuff on YouTube. But I'm quite satisfied that I saw enough of that game to know that, you know, there isn't a team in this competition, or there hasn't been a team in this competition that would have beaten us last night. I don't think any of them would have stood a chance against us last night.
Yeah.
And as you said, all 8+, you know, player ratings, every one of them down to a man, you know, including the substitute. You know what I mean? So, yeah, quality.
Yeah, I agree with what Happy's saying here. I sobbed like a baby whenever I saw Noble crying at the end. I think we all did, and it's just an emotion.
Yeah.
Them scenes what the club put on. Even at Bonner, Creswell, like that's a great touch. The fact that all the team were together, they were probably in the dressing room. Jimmy Walker went out there, Paul Konchesky went out there, James Corden was there. You name it.
Yeah,
we had a lot of people there, and it just proves what it's like.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind betting there were quite a few celebrity supporters out there last night.
Yeah,
you know,
Hammerhead, a good lad. Oh, that's a bit hard. And then the crying thing. Happy, do you want the good news or the bad news? Yeah, I would say you're more than welcome to come there for an away game, but I am going to all the away games left. I'm going to Chelsea, I'm going to Norwich, I'm probably going Brighton, so sorry. Brentford was the only ticket.
You won't be going Frankfurt away, will you?
Maybe, yeah. I'll have to have a look. But I can't get the time off work anyway. But yeah, we'll have a look. We'll have a look. We'll have a look. I can't
Well,
do a Thursday. I can't do a Thursday. I can't do a Thursday. Not when I've got work. Like with my work, like it's different for like you, Budge. If you do physical work, I think you can deal with a hangover. The fact that I'm sitting at a screen,
yeah, yeah.
you can't, can
Oh,
you? You
mate,
can't. You,
if I'm gonna be hungover, I'll sack work off the next day anyway. So, you
yeah,
know,
no, we'll have a look. We'll have a look. There's still on mine. I might even go to Duke's pub to watch it actually, the Frankfurt
mm,
game, to be honest. But yeah, no, we'll do that. Anyway, half time. Obviously, it looks like David Moyes told them keep on what you're doing, and then 3 minutes later, this happened. Budge, obviously, we split them open like well, I don't even know what saying to say because Pablo Fornals again heavily involved, split the defence up, and what a
yeah.
finish was what a finish from Bowen, especially on his weak foot.
Oh, incredible! And I kind of was a little worried when I saw him going for it with his right foot, and I was like, and I kind of held my breath. But the way he took it, and he got that little touch just before he took the shot. I thought he was going to get nudged off the ball. Do you know what I mean? Somebody touched him from behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I thought he was going to get put off balance or something. And I kind of held my breath, but I was just so happy. And God, I think I was close to being told to shut up in the pub. I was screaming my head off. It was brilliant.
yeah, no, it's mad. Obviously, it was a great finish. Bowen, that's 15 goals for the season. I think it's 10 or 11 assists. Heavily
Yeah, and
involved.
3 in 3 back from injury.
I know.
Incredible.
I know it's early to say. There's still a few games. I think the vote. He's got to be Hammer of the Year, budging. I know Declan Rice has been outstanding. Obviously,
Do you
Craig
know?
Dawson's got a shout, but I think it's got to
Do
be
you know?
him.
I think on if you were to go on a season-long performance, there is only 3 people up for it this year. I think, and you just mentioned them all: Jarrod Bowen, Dawson, and Rice. All 3 of them in that picture. Any one of them boys could lift that title,
Sorry, it
and
would be funny. I think we've mentioned it before, but how funny would it be if Zuma won it with all the controversy? I know we're having a joke. That would be funny, wouldn't it?
but but you know, to be fair, he's in with a fair shout for it because he's been bloody great for us.
I know he's missed a few as well. I think a Bonner would
Yeah,
have been a shout before he got injured as well.
yeah, most definitely, definitely. But really and truly, it's a 3-horse race, and it's them 3 guys on the screen. And I wouldn't be disappointed, angry, or affected in any way, shape, or form if any one of them 3 got it because they all bloody deserve it. It's a tough one to pick, really, if I'm honest. Do you want me to narrow it down to one or not?
Yeah, go on, mate.
Really? I would actually give it to Jarrod Bowen if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I've been saying it for a little while.
But I wouldn't be
No,
disappointed, like you said, I wouldn't be disappointed if any one of them 3 didn't pick it up.
nah, 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 because you got to look at the fact that every one of them 3 has shown us all as supporters what it means to play in that kit.
Do you know what? I'm going to do a vote. I think I've got like 17, 1800 followers now on my Twitter account. I'm going to do that. If the Hammer Year was voted now, I'll list them 3 and then another and get people to list, and we'll give it a week or so for people to vote because it
Yeah,
would be interesting to see who does get it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It would be interesting.
And God bless to anyone. Yeah, I know. They didn't give him no beer and they kept him in there till midnight yesterday, West Ham fans.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate, listen, fair play to them. They were heard. They were seen. They were massive. They were the 12th man on the pitch, mate. They really were. Fair play to them all. Well done,
Yeah.
boys and girls.
Yeah. Thanks, Hammerhead. It really does mean a lot. I know I get around the channels as well, but I'm the same as anyone else. I think all West Ham fans are equal. And yeah, I let everyone come here and say their voice. Me and Budgie might not agree on something. Me and Duke, me and Peach, whatever. But all we're doing is sitting here talking about a team a team what we love. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot easier when we're winning and
Yeah,
we're winning games like this when
yeah,
it isn't.
yeah,
But Budgie's been no disrespect, Budgie's been a West Ham fan longer than what I have, and he's seen more downs than ups as well. And we've just got to take
yeah,
this every day, haven't we? Every day like it's the last, mate.
yeah. And if I can kind of give anybody any advice that supports West Ham is, just don't ever be disheartened by the downs, because right now this is why we don't ever get disheartened by the downs. But at moments like this, moments where you can sit back and you can go, yeah, semi-final, you know, and realistically we can look at it, that we've got a bloody good chance of lifting the title. We've got a good chance. We've beaten the favourites in the tournament, and now we've beaten the second
And this is
favourite.
a fact, mate. People didn't realise Lyon knocked out Man City 2 years ago in the Champions League.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
that's incredible,
it's
incredible.
mad
And
to think.
what we've beaten, all the top 4 or 5 teams in the country this season as well in various competitions.
I know.
So we've had a damn good season, and it's seasons like this where, as I said, don't let the downs get you down, because you can get moments like this, and they're wonderful, you know. And
Hammerhead says
that's just,
it. Dawson will be happy when he gets the Ballon d'Or instead of the Hammer of the Year, so we'll have to give that to Bowen, I think. Yeah, Happy said that as well. Bowen said last night that was the best game he's ever played. Yeah, what a moment for him playing non-league football like 4 or 5 years ago as well.
yeah,
Same as
yeah,
Mikel Antonio,
yeah, yeah,
Dawson. It's mad to think.
yeah. And a lot of people, have been quick to quote the rise and rise and rise of Jamie Vardy, because he was playing non-league football, and then all of a sudden he burst on the scene. Um, you know, um, Jarrod Bowen has done a very similar thing. He's just done it for West Ham. And I hope that he gets his England shot like everybody else deserves. I
Yeah.
hope he gets. I hope he gets it, because he certainly has put himself in the running for it, in my opinion.
Mm.
You know, and many people have said that to me. People that support other clubs. As I said last night in the pub, there were a lot of Liverpool fans in there. It's quite a Liverpool orientated pub, actually, because the landlord's a Liverpool fan.
Right.
So but like, when West Ham are playing, if they're not playing against Liverpool, the lads generally cheer for West Ham, which is really nice. You don't expect
Yeah.
it from the Reds, I've got to be honest. But they do. They give us a bit of a cheer up and that, and it's really nice. So yeah, they're often saying to me, oh mate, that Bowen's good, isn't he? And oh God, they need to watch out for Bowen, because he's going to do this and that to them, and he'll tear them a new one, and all this and that. And it's really nice when people talk like that.
Mm.
And like I said on another show once, the fact that Liverpool have shown interest in him,
Yeah.
I find that kind of respectful. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
I don't fear that he's going to go there, not for a minute. I think, like Declan, he's got unfinished business. Like, that's what I feel.
Absolutely. Luke, we're just talking about Easter and what we're getting up to, what Easter eggs we've got. There was just a little game last night, but we
Yeah.
don't really, we actually spent about 5 minutes talking about it. That's it, really. The last 5 minutes or so. Yeah, Hammerhead sort of says that. There is a little bit. I think that's since the FA Cup final as well, isn't it? I think the little
Yeah.
respect what we have between them as
Yeah.
well.
And, that's another thing that's quite a constant topic of conversation with me and the lads, because out of there's probably 30, 35 Liverpool fans that get in that pub at any time. But there's like a core group of about 6 or 8 of them. One of the guys, who he is actually a true Scouser. He speaks with the accent and everything. In fact, there's 2 of them. One of them
Do you
is
need
one,
subtitles?
one I don't get. No, no, not quite. I'll just keep an eye on my car. But no, there's actually one of them, the other Scouse lad. I don't actually like him, and he don't like me. But they said, when they went to the final in 2006 at the Millennium, wasn't it? Yeah, in
Yeah.
Cardiff. Yeah, that they all say, that after the game, that the Liverpool fans and the West Ham fans were all just going into whatever pubs and drinking together. There was just like a kind of that they were like, oh guys, you were really unlucky not to win today, and things like that, and apparently there was a mutual respect right around the city, as it were, and plenty of camaraderie kind of thing.
Yeah, Luke
So
said
yeah,
Liverpool fans are nice to us because they normally get 6 points off us. Yeah, we shared them. As Happy said, we shared them this season, so it was very
yeah,
good.
we did.
So obviously, I had my alerts on the phone. Obviously, there was some other games playing in the Europa League
Yeah.
semi-finals. Obviously, Frankfurt playing Barcelona, Rangers playing Braga, and obviously
Mhm.
Leipzig getting the result against Atalanta beforehand. And this
Yeah,
is what happened, Budgie. This is the semi-finals of the Europa
this
League. So it's West Ham
is
United hosting the last time they were in the semi-final of the European competition. I think it was 1965. We actually played Frankfurt, and of course
yes,
Leipzig versus Rangers. Um,
yeah.
if someone said
It's
that at the start of the Europa League, that'll be the semi-finals, I think everyone would thought would be madmen, wouldn't they, Budgie?
well, it's kind of movie script, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? This is almost like a bloody movie script. It
Yeah,
could end up being an all British final.
I know.
That's
And if
just
you said
crazy
that, you
talk.
probably were thinking West Ham Leicester at the start of the year,
Yeah,
probably, not
yeah,
Rangers.
yeah. And Leicester are actually done well. They've got themselves into the final of the conference, haven't they?
Yeah.
They did that last night or the night before.
Sorry, Happy,
You know?
76, not 66. My apologies. I think you're all right.
Yeah, yeah,
But
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
but if you had to Frankfurt, obviously they beat Barcelona yesterday.
Mm,
Sebastian Haller's old team as well. I've seen
yeah,
them. They scored a couple of worldies, but I don't fear this now. Obviously, we've done the job in Lyon. I know we would have probably loved to have the second leg at home, but obviously, I think the atmosphere will be rocking. We
yeah.
probably out of the two, I probably would rather play Frankfurt than Leipzig. Obviously, they're an up and coming side as well. So,
Yeah.
how'd you see it going, mate?
Well, uh, firstly, I want to sort of address the Leipzig Rangers games.
Yeah, of course, mate.
I think that they'll be very, very tight affairs. Rangers have been playing some superb football in this
Yeah,
competition, and that young lad they've got, Gordon is no, not Gordon.
Ryan Kent.
Oh, Kent. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I think he's incredibly good. So I can see that being a really tight affair. I think it will probably end up going to penalties, and I think Leipzig will probably win.
Yeah,
But for us, uh, I can see ours going to penalties as well. If I'm honest, Andy,
can
that's
you?
going to be, yeah, it's going to be a tough one for us, mate. The Frankfurt are quite a physical squad, quite a physical team, and although we've got physicality within us, we haven't really played any real physical teams as such in this competition as yet. So I think, that they'll give us a decent game. I can see us winning it. I can see us winning it on penalties.
Mm.
I can actually see us winning it in the 90 of the second leg, if I'm honest
Yeah.
with you. But, if it did go to penalties, I wouldn't be too worried. I think we've got, the juice to win that.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. Let's have a look here. So yeah. Oh, that's annoying. Bloody annoying. The Nippers padding pole aspersion. Oh,
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right.
Puncture
So,
repair kit
Budgie,
from Halfords.
as to
Yeah,
confirm, we're in the semi-final. We played Burnley on Sunday. I was sort
yeah,
of thinking about this last night and talking to a few people. Would you make a few changes for obviously Burnley sacked their manager today? But do you think we need to
yeah.
rest a few players for Sunday now?
I've got to be honest with you, Andy, and I would love to sit here and say, we should rest this man, this man, this man. David Moyes isn't gonna, is
I
he?
know.
Let's be fair. He loves to have the consistency of match fitness in his players, and he's got that, And
And they are match
la-
fit, aren't they?
last night they showed just how match fit they were, all of them. So I can't see David Moyes changing anything other than Creswell coming back in and Johnson perhaps either drop into the bench or Soufal drop into the bench
Yeah, I
and
think
Johnson
Johnson's still
switch him
got
back.
that niggle, hasn't he, from his injury? So you probably don't want
Yeah,
to overcook
he
that. The
didn't
fact that
really show that too much though last night, did
no,
he? I mean, he
I think the
kind
fact
of
that we've
worked.
got a week break before we play Chelsea after the game as well, so you're
Uh-huh,
probably right. Probably won't see
yeah,
won't see as many changes as what
probably not. And did you see that tweet from? Oh, it was you that put it up on the group chat, wasn't it? The tweet from Thomas Suchek.
yeah. But every
Yeah,
single player got dope test.
dope tested. What about the Lyon players? Did they get dope
I
tested?
don't know.
Do we know?
Don't know. I don't
That's
know.
interesting.
I think
That'd be
Dembele gave
interesting
him
to
a
find
wink and they got away with the drugs test. I think.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah, we want to dope test you all. Oh yeah. All right then. Right, okay, boys, off you go.
That was
Yeah.
fucking class though. What West Ham when they retweeted it and Deck bringing it up as well. They're fucking stupid though, aren't they?
I know.
Reminds me of like an old Man United sort of what an old Man United fan or something would have been doing.
Yeah.
Happy says Leon must have been smoking the ganja probably. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Budget, have you got like 20 minutes or so? Because I'm actually not. I'm actually recording my preview, but what I tend to do is to preview the Premier League fixtures. If you've got like an extra 5-10 minutes, if you don't mind, and we get
Yeah,
other
come on,
people.
mate. Listen, my darts can wait. My mate wants to play a bit of darts and he can wait. So yeah, go on.
Yeah, perfect, mate. 1 second. So give me a second, and I'll get this up, and everyone else in the chat as well can get involved. Let's share the screen. Share screen. Second screen. Right. And on, let's zoom in a bit so we can get it right in. We'll go down here at the bottom. We'll go down to the bottom to make it easier for people to see. Here we go. Right.
Okay.
Let's have a look. So the lunchtime game tomorrow, which is live on BT Sport, which sees Spurs going to Brighton. Obviously, Brighton beating. Who did they beat last week? My mind's gone blank.
Arsenal.
Arsenal, yeah. Arsenal last week. Obviously, Spurs. We probably don't want them, but it'll be a tough game. But for me, I probably see Spurs winning it. I've just got this feeling they're going to get.
I can see Spurs absolutely romping it. If I'm
Yeah.
honest with you, they've been on damn good form the last couple of weeks or so. That Conte's got them really working well.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Annoyingly.
Right. At Old Trafford, this is a tough game for me to predict, if I'm being perfectly honest, which may surprise a few. Obviously, Norwich beating Burnley last week. Man United not in the best form, still uncertain about that. Actually, before we move on, let's have a look here. Luke saying, yes, Spurs will walk that. Kane's on fire. He is. Well, their front three's on fire. It's fucking ridiculous at the minute.
It is ridiculous. It's a toss up at the moment.
If you had to pick one, mate,
three
for West Ham, Son, Kane, or is it Kulievski? Who would you pick?
Oh, Kulievski, yeah, or whatever it is. It's got to be Son every time, mate.
Would you have Son over Kane? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Really?
yeah.
See,
Much more
Kane.
of a.
I would have Kane.
But I think Son is much more of a team player than Kane is.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? He's
no.
got much more of a team mentality. You
Yeah,
know,
no.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Kane, Son is, he's not as good when he hasn't got Kane with him.
Mm,
But he's still bloody good. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I definitely would have Son. And look, I admire Kane. I do admire him. The fact that he plays for Tottenham is irrelevant.
yeah,
I do admire him. I admire his talent and his goal scoring abilities, etc. But I really wouldn't want him at West Ham. Purely, I don't think his attitude would be
yeah.
fitting for the club.
Happy saying come on Norwich. Obviously, we see that. How'd you see the Man United Norwich game going, mate?
I'm again. I can see that being a home win,
Yeah.
but I don't see Norwich giving it to them. I really don't see Norwich giving it to them. So, 2-1, perhaps.
Okay. I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw. I think it'll be a very boring game, and I can see Norwich
Hmm.
getting the result, especially after that. And I just love to see the Man United fans, like especially Goldbridge, flipping crying into his pillar. It'd be fucking hilarious to see again.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's have a look here. Luke's saying for Kane as well, as he can't stand Son. Mandy's saying Saints have been dire lately. Happy saying, and Everton fans said if we beat Man U, we shouldn't be in the Prem. Wow. Uh, I'll let Moyes mould him. Yeah, that's a good shout, Darren, as
That's a
well.
good shout, actually. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That is very good.
yeah. And let's have a look. Right, next game, mate. Southampton Arsenal. Obviously, Arsenal getting thumped by Brighton. Southampton have been like what a few people said. They've been hot and cold, but they've got a few decent players.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think it will play into their hands. If Spurs win thumpingly, I think Arsenal will thump Southampton. But I think if
Mhm.
Spurs drop points as well, I could see it being a draw as well. Do you know what I mean? I think it depends
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
Spurs result, the fact that it's after. But how do you see it going, mate?
I can actually see Southampton getting a result out of this.
Yeah,
Um, Arsenal have been pretty decent recently. Let's be honest.
yeah,
Up until getting thumped by Norwich, but um, and that still makes me chuckle when I say that.
yeah,
But they have been pretty decent recently, and I think Arteta's the right man for them. I think he's got them playing well.
yeah,
But I can see Southampton having home advantage, getting a win out of it.
yeah, yeah. No, definitely. Right. So last game, it's 3 o'clock, which is Watford versus Brentford. Obviously, Brentford, if they win, if they do beat Watford, that'll be 5 wins in 6, which is a dramatic turnaround what Thomas Frank's done there. But how do you see that one going, mate?
I can see that being a Brentford win,
Can you?
convincing Brentford win. Yeah, look, they've beat us home and away this year, right?
Oh,
They've beat Chelsea. They've given a great account of themselves against City, Liverpool. They beat Arsenal on the opening day. You know,
mm,
I think Brentford, as you said, Thomas Frank has really kind of tuned them up properly, and I can see them getting a win.
yeah, no. So look here, yeah. Happy's saying that Brentford will win easily, and Mandy's saying Brentford in great form 2-0. So, what a game this is at St James's Park. I know Newcastle are pretty much safe, so it doesn't really matter. Leicester have really underachieved. Uh,
Mm.
Me personally, I'm going for a 1-1 draw. I can't really see it. I think it'll be a very cagey affair, nothing really to play for, really. What about you,
Yeah.
mate?
Yeah, I can kind of see Leicester needing the win. More, like emotionally, or for the spirit of the club, they need the win more than
Mm,
Newcastle do. They need the point. As you said, they've underachieved, whereas you know Newcastle have, you know, they knew they were underachieving, and they got dramatically better since their investment. So, yeah, I can see that one being a draw as well. Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Two
Happy
all,
with saying,
maybe.
yeah. Sorry, let's have a look here. Luke was talking about the game before. Watford have to win that. Roy would have targeted that one. I agree. Happy's going for 3-1 Brentford. Luke saying Newcastle to win well. Leicester will be off the ball after Thursday. I agree. The fact that you had to travel, Holland's not exactly far. 2-0 Newcastle. Leicester 1-0 Europa Conference. And I want the Maggies to lose every game now till the end. Let's see them buy their way out the window. There's a little game taking place at the London Stadium. You might know, Budgie. It's West Ham. Is it West Ham versus Burnley? Don't know if you know any of them.
Yeah, West Ham, something like that.
Yeah. Just a little a club called the London Stadium, London.
Yeah.
How'd you see that one going? Do you need to do a bit of research on it first?
No, actually, mate, I had a little look at this earlier. Actually, if I'm honest with you, I did. I had a little look at the stats between us, and they're not favourable for Burnley, if I'm honest, really. Now that Woods ain't there, or Wood ain't there, the ever constant goal threat against us from Burnley isn't there anymore. So they've just lost their manager today. And, you know, I'm not one of these people that likes to rub salt in the wounds, but I can see us absolutely smashing the life out of them on Sunday. I'm going to go for another 3-0 win.
Yeah, nice. Happy's going for a 1-1 draw. I don't know why I put that comment up. No, I'm joking. Happy. Luke saying head says 1-1, heart says 3-1. Mandy, love this. Going for a 4-1 win. Hope to see Vlasic and Benny-Stein. Otherwise, move them on in the summer. Ben Mee's in charge. The player. What? Wow. And you know me, you know me, Budgie. I love some stats. So let's read these out for people. Did you know? Burnley have won 2 of their last 4 Premier League trips to West Ham, as many as they had in the previous 21 visits to Upton Park at the London Stadium. Drawn 4 and lost 15. Nice. Next one. West Ham have earned 25 points from the last 27 available in home matches against sides in the relegation zone, winning 8 and drawing 1. Wow. Winning against each of their last 6. The last such defeat was against Newcastle in December 2017. Wow. The Hammers have scored 51 goals from 135 shots on target in the Premier League this season, 37.8%, with only Chelsea with 38.1% converting a higher share of attempts on target. Wow. That's a good stat.
That is a good stat. I'm going to put these all on the
Twitter.
Stat.
I'm going to put them all on the Twitter as well in a minute.
Yes.
And the last one, Mikel Antonio scored in each of their last 3 Premier League, each of West Ham's last 3 Premier League goals against Burnley. However, he hasn't scored in any of the last 12 Premier League matches. His longest drought since the 14th game run between March and November 2018. Is he scoring on Sunday, Budgie?
The likelihood is that he will. The truth of the matter is, I don't care if he does or not. The way he worked last night, who cares if he scores? You know, the way he put that ball across in the Everton game for Tony to get his head on for the first goal. Mate, that's the kind of Antonio I love. The goals are a massive, massive boost and a massive bonus. But, you know, I don't care if he does or not. I've got to be honest with you, Andy. You know, we're getting goals from all over the park, mate. You know.
Luke's got a stat for us as well. West Ham are massive.
Yeah, and do you know what? I reckon Happy Amaret will tell us where we're massive. I reckon. There you go.
Love it.
Hey, see, and I'm not even looking at the comments, and I know that one's coming.
I know, that's class.
How well I know you, my dear.
Mandy reckons Antonio's going to score. Antonio.
I think he probably will score this week, Andy.
Yeah.
I'm confident that he's got, lots and lots of goal celebrations he wants to use. So
and briefly before we go, mate, the FA Cup semi-finals, Man City, Liverpool, and Crystal Palace, Chelsea. How do you see them ones going, mate? And everyone else in the chat, of course.
I see a Liverpool Palace final.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm.
Do you reckon any go into extra time or anything, or are they all going to be done in 90 minutes?
Oh, now there's a question. I think Chelsea are going to be done in the 90.
Yeah, especially up being hurt in the Bernabeu. That's a big.
And look at how well Vieira's got them boys at Palace playing.
Yeah, I know.
Mate, and that Conor Gallagher, he's a little handful. So yeah. Can he play though? Because
no, he can't.
He's on loan from Chelsea, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he can't play.
Happy, but close your ears a second. If Gallagher's available for 40 million, would you go and get him and put him where Lanzini plays? Can you imagine that as a free for West Ham?
And
that means obviously fucking Benrahma as well.
I would definitely have him. Do
you see what I mean? Playing where Lanzini plays, or having them free to alternate.
But you see, Lanzini's flexible enough to be able to pop out on either side,
Lanzini in the squad. I don't mean sell Lanzini, but I mean having him as
yeah. As the 10, the 10, Yeah, I can see that. I could see that. Yeah, probably. But like I said, I wouldn't put him on the pitch and not have Lanzini on there with him.
Yeah.
I think that's too much of an opportunity missed if you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like their work rate is very similar, and I reckon that they would play quite well together. That's the belief I've got anyway.
I've heard Luke. That's a very good shout as well. Getting James Ward-Prowse, but I reckon he'll cost 60. I think that he signed a new deal, and I think his release clause is 60. I think James Ward-Prowse is class, but I won't pay 60 million for him.
Yeah, I think he's class in the team that he plays in.
Yeah.
I mean, stick him in a City side, would he look that good?
I think he would actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
happy saying Lanzini is very flexible.
Yeah, right.
What, your mannequin? The mannequin, the cardboard one. We crush, split.
Especially when he's upside down in a car, right?
Yeah. Like the Black Dolls from Del Boy. No, but Budgie, it's been an absolute pleasure, mate. I'm looking forward to the weekend. Obviously, I'm going to the game on Sunday. I've got a party to go to tomorrow, and I've got some plans tonight. So, I've sort of done a little I'm probably going to do a little pre-record Sunday morning or something for the game.
Yeah,
but anyone who's not I think everyone in here does follow you. But Budge, give a shout out to Green Street Elite. So anyone who's be watching
very much. Yeah, Green Street Elites on YouTube. It's always easy to find. All you got to do is type in Green Street Elites as you see it down there, and you'll find it. Thank you. If you give it a like and a thumbs up and a subscribe, I appreciate it.
Subscribe and tickle the bell.
Tickle the bell.
Exactly.
That's the one.
God. Here we go. We're going to have some drunken messages in the chat tonight.
She's going to a reggae and ska night tonight, apparently.
Oh, she's going to be pissed, isn't she? Fuck.
Yeah, mate. All that rum and red stripe.
Oh, I love a red stripe. I love a red stripe. No, thanks to everyone in the chat. I know people have got plans on their Easter, but we've had the usual crowd in. It means a lot. Like you said, go and give Budgie a follow as well. Hope everyone enjoys their Easter. Don't eat too much Easter eggs, but drink a lot of alcohol. And we'll see West Ham smash Burnley on Sunday. And Budge, sorry, before I go, I've got 10 days off work, mate. I've got 10 days off work. Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, I don't go back to work till not next Monday, the Monday after.
Love that.
Yeah, and I'm going to Dukey's pub. I'm going to Dukey's pub for the day.
Cool. Let me know when. I'll see if I can get up there.
Tuesday.
Right. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Oh, No, Tuesday I'm busy. Sorry, I am working Tuesday.
That's all right.
Sorry.
That's all right,
But I
mate.
may get up there like another
Yeah, no,
day.
I think that's the best day
Yeah.
for me actually because
Yeah.
I've got stuff planned as well. But no,
No,
that's
that's fine.
fine.
That's fine.
And then I'm
Yeah, mate.
off the next bank holiday. Well, no, at the end of Jubilee one, I'm off for that whole week as
Yeah.
well. I plan my holidays well. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, no, recovering
Excellent.
tomorrow and ahead
Excellent.
of Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That's it, mate.
you're washing your hair, Budge? Fucking hell.
Yeah. I've got to wash my hair on Tuesday.
No.
Yeah.
Budgie, I'm not gonna do an outro either, but
Okay, mate.
we're just gonna start with this. I'm gonna ask you a simple question. What are we?